Abby, share what we did to get Elena to sleep all night long finally. So this will be how we very gently sleep trained her, because I didn't like, there's so many sleep training methods out there, and when she was 5 months we did the sleep training method where you lay them down and you set what time you're comfortable with walking out of the room and letting them cry. My limit was 7 minutes, which felt like an eternity. So at 5 months we did sleep train her, and it didn't last very long. So sleep troubles can either be a sleep regression, like 6 month sleep regression, 9 month sleep regression, like there's all these sleep regressions. It could be from teething, it could be from sleep separation anxiety or separation anxiety. So there's all these things, and you're figuring out why your baby isn't sleeping at night, but her milk's spilling over there, Alex. So that was the method we did when she was 5 months old, and again, it didn't last very long, a couple weeks, and then a regression or something happened, and she was waking up often again at night, and I was just like, F it, I'm not gonna sleep train again, because I didn't really like her crying at all. So I didn't want to use that sleep training method again. So I just suffered every night, waking up multiple times, and my husband woke up too to help me so that I could get a few consecutive hours of sleep. And I know people are, like, I read comments like from people talking about sleep training and stuff, and there's so many people that are against sleep training in any form at all, but at the end of the day, you need sleep. And I truly believe why Elena wasn't sleeping through the night was because she was having sleep separation anxiety, and also she needed to learn how to fall asleep on her own, because we created bad habits for her too also when we were picking her up and soothing her every single night when she would wake up and cry, and holding her to sleep too so we could get sleep. We were creating bad sleep associations. Oh boy. Bad sleep associations, and I knew that she needed to learn to fall asleep on her own. So at 11 months old, I was like, how can we go about this super gently? How I went about super gently sleep training her, I took some tips out of this book, but this book is for newborn and above, but it will tell you there's certain chapters to skip through if your baby is older. But I definitely recommend getting this book and reading it. And this book was what I bought when she was 5 months old, and I followed how they told me to sleep train in this book, and I didn't really like the sleep training method, so that's why I didn't do it again, and I wanted to find a gentler way. But I do still follow, they have like day-to-day routines to follow, and I think this also helps a lot too to keep her on a routine and make sure that she's getting enough milk and food and everything. And I think routine is so important. So this book definitely recommend for routines, and it also has a bunch of other information in here too that's helpful. So this book, I purchased this book, and reading it, this was what made me realize that she really needs to learn to put herself to sleep if I want her to sleep through the night. Because when she was waking up at night, how she fell asleep was not how she woke up in the middle of the night. Like, she fell asleep in my arms, I put her down in the crib, and she would wake up, cry, because she wanted to be put back to sleep that same way. So this book really taught me that she needs to learn to fall asleep on her own if she wants to sleep, if I want her to sleep through the night. So definitely recommend this book. So 5 months sleep training was a lot different because she couldn't stand up in the crib and everything, but after she turned 6 months and she was standing up, it was harder because she wouldn't lay down. She was standing up, and the way I would sleep train her is I would stay by the crib and I would comfort her until she fell asleep. So I wouldn't pick her up out of the crib. I would just rub her back. I would stand there and shush her, or I would scratch her back like while she was standing up, and I would just be right here. And then same thing how I'm sitting here. I would sit here and like shush her or just stay near her until she fell asleep. But literally I was right here, but not picking her up because I didn't want her to have that association of falling asleep in my arms. So I was always right here with her and not leaving the room or anything and making her think I disappeared. I think that's the best, most gentlest way to go about this, is staying here, and if they're standing up crying, just being there for them, shushing, rubbing their back. And it took about a week of doing that, but every night I would have to like console her less and less, like rub her back and everything less and less every night that we went on. But it took like a week of doing this before she would lay down and just go to sleep on her own. I would still remain in the room. I might have moved a little bit away from, but where she could still see me, not very far, but it got to the point after a week where she would just lay down and go to sleep and be fine. And now she sleeps through the night and everybody's getting good sleep, because even for your baby too, it's important for them to get good night's rest and everything. And I waited for her to consistently be sleeping through the night and falling asleep on her own before I went ahead and sleep trained her for naps, because now she does it for nap time too. She goes into the crib and she goes to sleep easily, and I literally never thought that she would get to this point of going to sleep on her own. Like, looking back, I'm like, this is never gonna happen. We're never gonna sleep again. But doing this, like, everything changed. So you need to do what's best for you and your little family, and this was the best way for us that I felt like was the most gentle way of sleep training. And I just wanted to share this in case somebody else wants to try it. Again, it took like a week for consistently doing this, and that's another thing. You have to be consistent when you're doing these things, and it's kind of just ripping the band-aid off, because I put it off for so long. That's why I waited till she was 11 months old to do this, but I wish I did it a little bit sooner, but it's done now and I'm happy that I did it. So I wanted to share it just in case it will help anybody else out there. So that's why I wanted to make this video and share it. I'm also just going to insert like our bedtime routine in here and other things that we do use for her to go to sleep. One of the main things that does help her, we would put her to sleep to certain songs. So I do play the Alexa at night, and I put on the songs that we would rock her to sleep with, like for her naps and everything. And when I play those songs, she automatically lays down and goes to sleep. So that's a big part of the piece of the puzzle for Elena to go to sleep, is those certain songs. And their songs are not playing all night. They're just playing for a little bit for her to fall asleep to, and then it's off. We have the Tony box and this Tony lamp, and I put it on the lowest setting for the night light, so it's on the lowest setting there is, and it plays musical things too on the Tony box. So I like this thing a lot too. Another thing that I will use too, and I know nothing's supposed to be in the crib 12 months and under. She no way sleeps unsupervised with this, but this Otter, it does a heartbeat and it breathes too. So I will put this in the crib with her until she falls asleep, and then once she's asleep, I'll walk over to the crib and take it out, because I don't allow her to sleep with anything. I have too much anxiety for that anyways. But yeah, this Otter, part of the sleep routine. And then also what I turn on at night, that it stays on for like about 20 minutes, let me show you, is this cloud that attaches to the crib, and it does lights, and it also plays music too. There's different settings on it, but this is another part of the routine. After the lights go out, I turn this on and it stays on for like only 20 minutes. But a cute little cloud. Okay, so now with all that information, I'll show you exactly how our night routine usually goes at night. I forgot to talk about, if they do wake up through the night, if you are doing this method, that you're just going to go in and do the same exact thing. How you put them to sleep is stay in the room, pat their back from outside of the crib, shush them and comfort them, and stay right here. If they wake up in the middle of the night, use your mom instincts for the cry, because like if their teeth or something hurts and you need to rub their gums with something. So you also just need to pay attention to their cry, just in case they might need a little more of something like that. Or if you do actually have to pick them up and comfort them because something is bothering them, just use your mama discretion. There has been a couple of times where I did feel like her teeth were hurting her, so I had to rub her gums, and I picked her up and I held her for a little bit to comfort her until I felt like she was okay for me to lay back down. And no, doing that didn't mess up the sleep training at all. Right? You still sleep good? I still sleep good. So before bath time, I have everything laid out and ready to go, and these are the products that I use every single night. So 6 o'clock every night is bath time for both of the girls, and these are the bath bubbles that I like to use for them. And I usually do bath every single night. It's just part of the routine. After the bath and the girls are all dressed and everything, we sit down and we read books together, and they also have their milk.
I can't find my milk anywhere, and now I don't know. Where are you, Bill? I can't find my milk again, because I had
Is it
to...
on the bed?
Okay, I had to find my milk. My mom found it to me. That's it.
What are you doing? Ah! Elena!
Sure, take it.
Elena! What did she do? Ah!
No one can see. No one can see.
The station, Disney favorites on Amazon Music.
Yep. After I read a few books, we usually put Alexa on and the girls dance and play, and I go around and tidy up the room really fast. Literally every night I like to tidy up before bed just to start fresh in the morning. And the girls make such a mess during the day with all their toys, but it's okay. At least the toys are being played with. Here's Elena dancing and having fun. She loves to dance. Also, one of the things I wanted to add in this video is if she ends up waking up in the middle of the night or she wakes up too early in the morning, I actually will play Alexa from my phone and play the songs that she goes to sleep to. And usually in a couple minutes of me doing that, she'll lay back down and go to sleep. Obviously, if she doesn't lay back down and go to sleep within like 10 minutes, or if she has a certain cry where I know something's wrong, I'm going to go in and intervene and see what she needs. So I have an Elena sleep playlist on my Amazon Music app, and that's what I play for her to go to sleep with. So when it gets close to bedtime, we brush her teeth. I brush her teeth, but I handed her this just for the video purpose. So if I see her gums look swollen or if I see teeth trying to pop through, I will use this soothing gel every night, and I put it onto here to make sure that it's getting on her gums really good. I just want to try to make sure that she's comfortable because I know teething pain cannot be fun. We say our prayers with these prayer bears every night. Then Abby leaves the room so that I can shut all the lights off and everything to put Elena to bed. I turn on this Tony nightlight lamp and then the sound machine for the white noise. And there's the Alexa that I play my Elena sleep playlist through. Then I got her sleep sack on and I tell her I love her and give her a bunch of kisses before I put her down for bed. Have her in bed by 7:20, and I just wanted to show the cloud that changes lights and is really nice and soothing, and it runs for 20 minutes and it like fades out. Now it only takes her a couple minutes to get comfortable and fall asleep, and that's that. Elena's always been a stomach sleeper. She just loves sleeping on her tummy, so that's why we got a breathable mattress that I really like, and it just helps with my anxiety. But yep, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and were able to find some useful tips.